He's just filming the floor and it's all blue.
Well, I'm trying to keep the sky out because it's it gets a wide range.
So if he gets something that's like, say, black and it moves across the screen, then we might actually have something.
Okay.
Like, that's the whole point. So if he has blue, there's still a darker color than that, which is black. Blue and black is set up to white, hot, black, cold on purpose. So that way I can find it much easier. So even if he has a full blue screen, I'd still want something colder than the blue screen.
Okay.
Welcome to an empty parking lot. Congrats, you made it. It's a weird spot. It's got a smelly dumpster in the corner, so why the hell are we here? It used to be something relevant to the history of Charleston. Speaking of which, this is where I start withholding information for your end, or anybody listening to the Spirit Box in case you pass away. The audio from my voice recorder, his audio on camera, are our two communicators. So that's why we always use a lot of communication. You're going to be focused on Eliza's death. She's pretty open about it. 4 major things we get answers to: age and time of death. It's an exact number. How she died. It's obviously a very specific way. Where she's buried, the specific city, or I'll even take the state, and which president was a pallbearer at her funeral. So you're pretty young. Do you guys know what pallbearers are? Pallbearers are the people that carry the coffin to the grave itself. Okay. It's an honor to be one of those people. So that's their name is pallbearer, like P-A-L-L bearer. So that's kind of how that works. But there was a president that did this for this woman. So that's a very, very big deal based off of her status here in the colonies. So we are going to spread out a little bit. We're going to stay away from the 2 little vehicles that are here all together. Like, don't go anywhere near them. I'm going to see if I can get any kind of readout. Let me see if I have any other... Yeah, still got nothing. Yeah, just if you're having a hard time like keeping track of all your names, nouns, and numbers that you're hearing, use your phone, take notes. And again, there's a small group of us, and actually he can help out too. Just if you're having Tourette syndrome, just shout him out and he'll catch him.
Gotcha.
But I'm going to see if I have any readings here. This place here has an average of 18 to 22 milligauss of a reading. So again, 2.5 here is really low. So I'm going to see if there's anything going on. Don't get me wrong, I've had nights where we've gotten zeros. Of course, it's skipping around like underneath 1 right now, but that doesn't mean anything because the Earth's EM field is 1.1. So I'm going to take a quick trip around. Any other major questions before we kind of get started?
So am I just going to keep asking her why she died or how she died?
Okay. If you go rogue and you ask your own...
Oh, whoops.
And then what happens after that?
10. Then they shoot.
Turn and shoot. Right.
Yeah. Or they shoot at the sky.
Have a camera. Don't handle the left side. I would just try to handle it right-handed. I think that might be the issue. So again, if anybody comes by, just lower your camera. So again, here's how the story goes. We all tell the same damn story. I just give you different details because you're ghost hunting. You're not on a campfire marshmallow kind of ghost tour. So here's how the deal goes down. A doctor moves down here from Rhode Island. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. In the event that the song Brown Eyed Girl shows up on that spirit box while we're here, it's not coincidence. We get it all the time. It's part of his name. Now, Doc Ladd moves down here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda. She just inherited a lot of money from her dead parents, and she has an attorney helping her out with all of the cash flow. The attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after Amanda's money, so he tells Amanda to get rid of the doctor. He moves here to Charleston to prove that he's not. He's going to start his medical practice here, make his own cash. On his way into town, he had a coachman. The coachman set him up to be robbed and killed. It's like having a really bad Uber driver in today's world, by the way. I just like to point that out. But anyway, so somebody was walking by and seen what was about to happen to the newcomer because he knew the coachman. The somebody walking by was named Ralph Isaacs. He has the same initials as where the doctor came from, Rhode Island. So RI would show up from time to time on a spirit box. I bought that Envoy device that would spell out words individually, letter by letter, and we've gotten the letters RI, but only when I talk about Ralph. I obviously don't have that device anymore, but this is the reason why I bought it, was to verify where the RI belongs to. Moving on. Ralph tells the doctor, hey man, I know this guy, the coachman. He's going to try to kill you. Come with me. We're going to go to 59 Church Street. You can rent a room from these friends of mine, and you'll be safe. Good to go. Doc took him up on the offer, and the two gentlemen became friends. And the longer that the doctor stays here in Charleston, he's proving his point to Amanda. He's making his own money. She got wind of this, and she sent a letter down saying she was on her way so they could be married here. And Dr. Ladd became known as the Whistling Doctor. It's a cliche. Every haunted city you're ever going to visit is going to have a cliched whistling ghost. That's we all have one.
And
right?
a lady in white.
Right, exactly.
And a lady in black.
Exactly.
And a lady in red.
I was waiting for the red one. But yeah, we all have one of those type of ghosts. That's kind of how the hauntings work. But here's why we're in Dueler's Alley. Dr. Ladd and Ralph go see plays together, but they can't sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. So, he got better seats, basically. So on the way home from seeing Richard III one night, they're arguing over the actress they just saw. And Dr. Ladd thought she was great, Ralph didn't. The argument turns into Ralph insulting the doctor's fiance. Back home in Rhode Island, it got really ugly and they went their separate ways. But the next morning, Ralph went to his friends at the newspaper and placed an ad in the paper telling the whole city of Charleston what he thought of the doctor. Kind of a you're a disgrace to society kind of shit, or a really bad Instagram post. But guys got the point. So Doc saw the ad, rebutted with, let's go to Dueler's Alley. Somebody's gonna die. I swear I just saw something move down there on the right.
I also feel like I did.
Heard I went to North Charleston.
Oh my god, that was a person. Please say that was a person.
That was a person down there.
Oh my god, I was just shat my pants.
But I thought I saw something over there on the right. Please tell me you were recording.
Yes, I was recording.
Okay, good. Are you recording still?
Yes.
Hit stop. So
frustrating.
I know. I gotta get it fixed. But Doc.
No, that's what they said.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Uh-huh.
It's a good one. Just only because it's relevant to right now. So anyway, the two gentlemen came down here to battle out their duel back to back. They took their 10 paces away, and they turned, and Doc pointed his gun in the air.
I heard 40. Well, specifically, she was 40 years old.
Doubtful that Amanda was that old. Just because Doc was in his 20s.
But he shot his gun in the air.
He shot his gun in the air, but he didn't want to kill his friend. Ralph, he had one bullet. Where do you think he put it? Take a guess.
Into his heart.
Nope.
Head?
His kneecap.
Oh,
He proved his point. He's pissed, but he's not willing to forgive. Doc didn't die. His friends picked him up, took him home to 59 Church Street, where he died 10 days later, November 2nd of
From that
1786.
injury?
Yep. Two things. It's 1786. Gunshot wounds back then, a lot different than now. He probably just thought, and he is a doctor. He probably just thought he had lead poisoning from the bloodshot and tried to bleed it out himself. But he obviously failed because he died. Every ghost tour that comes down here tells you to listen for the whistles. We're running a camera right now, and I also have my voice recorder running. If we're going to get a disembodied whistle, more than likely it will show up on one of these two devices. However, you are using a spirit box. I cannot tell you how many times that I've come across the whistling part of a song and then the word doctor immediately after from a commercial. Dozens upon dozens. that duel, and the other location would be near his home at 59 Church Street. So he would kind of follow us around, waiting for us to go over there. But we don't go over that way anymore because we've been kicked out of the space that was near his house. But if you try this on your own and you walk through here, because I don't know how long you guys are going to be down here for, just remember that every local knows the story. If you hear a whistle while you're down here while using your voice recorders from your phones during the daytime, everybody that walks by Cumberland or Queen Street, we all throw a whistle down his alley. It's just something we do here. However, I am going to bring out a new device because that thing's starting to annoy the shit out of me as far as the camera and stopping and stopping and stopping. You guys are going to use this crazy voice recorder that you can hear a frog fart from a mile away while I tell you how I got booted out of this place. Hit stop on your camera over there. I'm going to pack that guy